Ross! Did you go into work on your day off again? Man, you gotta be kidding me! Are the wages at your crummy factory job really that bad? So you gotta keep going in when you should be at home chilling? Sucks to be you! I, on the other hand, am a manager at a world-famous major company, respected and admired by all. I'm so grateful I went to college. Best decision of my life! It's a weird feeling to be so far ahead of my big brother in life, but I guess you get out what you put in, huh? If we're honest, you were basically screwed the moment you decided not to go to college. I mean, who does that these days? Yep, it's factory life for you, now and forever.
Hi, Eric. I see you're being as unpleasant as humanly possible, just like always. I don't mince your words, huh? Things are crazy busy right now because we're going through the busiest period of the year. That's the only reason I came in on my day off. Nothing to do with needing the money. I wanted to help. We may be a small-town factory, but things have been going really well ever since we landed the patent on those new medical devices. Our brand's becoming more well-known by the day. My salary's not exactly shabby.
I see!
Anyway, where do you think the money to put you through college came from in the first place? You think it fell from the sky?
I thought it came from the insurance money from when Mom and Dad died in the car accident. How many times are you gonna ask me the same crap?
Until you understand it, which sadly seems like it could take a while. How many times do I have to tell you the payout from the crash wasn't that big? I tried showing you the insurance documents so it'd finally go into that thick skull of yours. But you didn't even seem interested in looking.
This is why you're poor, big bro. 'Cause you waste all your time doing useless stuff. Looking at a bunch of old documents isn't gonna make me rich. And it's not gonna magically turn you into a college grad.
That's not the point.
You're right. This boring crap ain't why I messaged you in the first place.
Huh? Did you actually want to talk about something?
Alright, so listen to this. You ready to be surprised? Me and Sandra, we're getting married!
Oh, wait, what? That's Sandra? You mean the Sandra from our class at school? The one who people used to say was unobtainable? And out of everyone's league?
Yep, that's her. So you know her then?
Even though you're 10 years younger than me. That's weird. One of my classmates in middle school is related to her. I don't know her myself, though.
I see. Well, if you know her, this should go a lot quicker than I expected. Did you know that her family are the biggest landowners in town? And how it's basically said that they run the place?
I had heard rumors. You know how things get around. I heard that her dad's the head of the family right now. But his health isn't what it used to be, so either Sandra, or whoever Sandra marries, is set to inherit the position and take over as Don. Is that right?
Bingo! I managed to bag myself the daughter of the most powerful family in town! That's why I'm cutting you out of my life!
Excuse me? I'm confused. How are we getting from A to B here? What?
Think about it! Can you imagine how embarrassing it's gonna be for me to explain to my rich, new family that my big brother doesn't even have a college degree?
Embarrassing?
Living in poverty and destitution with you was also a big factor in my decision. I've been desperate to get away from all this, and away from you, for a long time now. That's why, as soon as I landed my job, I moved out and got my own place, alone. I just had to get some distance between us before I cracked up.
Living in poverty and destitution? Come on, Eric, that's not fair. Look, I know the period just after Mom and Dad died was rough, but things got better after that. I did my best to give you everything you needed.
Nope! You're missing the point. I'm talking about way before that. Your life was an epic dud at the point you decided not to go to college. That's where me and you, we parted ways, even if we were still together physically. You know, the people you associate with in life are important. Right, bro? We influence each other. And I can't risk being influenced by a loser like you a second longer. My marriage to Sandra will be the beginning of my glamorous new life of celebrity and luxury. I'll be loved, admired, and adored by all. Signing autographs will be a daily occurrence. I can't wait. You're nothing but an eyesore getting in the way of my bright, promising future. Your very existence is jeopardizing my shot at true happiness.
I see. I did kind of get the feeling you were looking down on me for a while now, but I had no idea you hated me this much. Back when Mom and Dad died when you were 5, I did everything I possibly could to make sure you had everything you wanted. I wanted my little brother to be happy.
I never asked for a foster dad. Especially not one without a college degree. This could have all been avoided if you just accepted Uncle Jim and his wife's offer to take me in. But you had to be stubborn and turn them down so you could play the hero, didn't you? This is all your fault!
Huh? Uncle Jim? Are you still in contact with Uncle Jim?
Why wouldn't I be? He's the only relative I have left. You make a big song and dance of being the one who got me through school and into college, but in reality, it was thanks to Dad's insurance money, wasn't it? And who told me all about that money? Uncle Jim.
Huh? Is that why you believed everything he said and wouldn't even hear out what I had to say? I told you to stop speaking to him, Eric. All he's ever done is fill your head with convenient lies so he could manipulate you in his own ends when you grew up. How could you see what he's doing? That's why I refused his offer of taking you in. It was never about caring about you or wanting what was best for you. He's a greedy man whose only goal in life is lining his own pockets.
You can say whatever you want. Pretty convenient how he's not here to defend himself, isn't it? It ain't gonna work with me, so you may as well stop wasting your breath.
I see. There was one more thing I wanted to discuss with you about where we go from here. But if you won't listen to a word I've got to say, it's probably a waste of time.
Thank God you understand! It's not just me who thinks so. Uncle Jim said that I'd be better off if I ignored 99.999% of what you said to me. 'Cause apparently you're a pathological liar! Now I'm set to marry into major wealth. I have literally zero need for you. So I figure I can finally cut you out of my life for good, like I've been wanting to do for a heckin' long time.
Fine, I get it. Goodbye.
Disappear from my life forever, you poverty-stricken loser!
Hey, Ross, you got a minute?
Good evening, Ginny. How's it going? Is this about what we talked about before?
No, it's about something else this time. Have you heard about your little brother's engagement?
Huh? Oh, that. Sadly, yes, he was bragging about it a few days ago. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. You and Sandra are related, aren't you? I remember hearing that.
Yep, you heard right. We're second cousins. Look, Ross, there's something I think you should know about this engagement.
What is it?
I'm just gonna come straight out with it, no matter how weird it might sound. Your little brother Eric's involved in a plot with your Uncle Jim and his wife.
Huh?
I happened to see Eric drinking with his friends at a local bar. I think he's a regular there. I've seen him a few times before, too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it seemed like he was celebrating something, and he got blind drunk. I don't make a habit of eavesdropping on people, but he was so loud I couldn't help it. He said some things. I want to tell you everything, but I'd rather do it in person. Can we schedule a meet sometime? You're free tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, it's my day off tomorrow. I'll leave the time and place to you.
Alright, thanks, Ross. I'll message you tonight with the details as soon as I've decided on somewhere.
Got it.
Thanks for taking the time to meet today, Ross.
Not at all. I should be the one thanking you. I'm so sorry for the trouble my brother and uncle have caused you.
You haven't done anything wrong, Ross. You don't need to apologize to me. But as for the matter at hand, it seems like the Three Stooges are preparing to put their little plan into action soon.
Right. I'm gonna stick to my guns and keep my distance from them just like I declared back then. There's nothing to gain from associating with people like that.
Good idea. And I couldn't agree more. They're toxic through and through. I think it's for the best. That means we're gonna be speeding up that thing we discussed earlier, okay?
Okay, got it. I'll make my preparations for moving ASAP.
Ross! You know something about this, don't you? Answer me!
What do you want, Eric? I'm pretty sure I remember you cutting me out of your life. Why are you messaging me?
I don't give a crap about that! Don't dodge the question, you chump! My fiancé dumped me because of you!
Huh? You mean marriage with Sandra's off the table now?
That's what I said, isn't it? Ah! I know you know something about this! Come out with it now! What did you do?
Well, he knew it was a tradition in her family for daughters to get their whole inheritance when they marry, right? I wonder if her dumping you had something to do with finding out she had your sights on her money.
What?
Or could it be something to do with how you, Uncle Jim and his wife, were all conspiring behind their backs? To use her money to prop up Uncle Jim's failing company? He's been in the red for years now. Everyone knows he's been desperate for someone to bail him out for ages. You realized from an early stage that if you could just worm your way into Sandra's family line of succession like the honorless slug you are, you'd have a shot at that money, right?
Wait, how did you?
They all seem pretty likely candidates as to why you're all alone. What do you think?
What do I think? I think you're gonna pay for this, you big idiot! Ah! Anyway, Sandra was gonna be my wife! What the hell does what I was gonna do with her money have to do with anyone else? Nothing! It would have been my property the moment we tied the knot!
And there we have it, your true intentions.
Huh?
Or your true nature, I should say. I can't help but feel some responsibility for what a reprehensible scumbag you turned into. Given I played a pretty major role in bringing you up since you were 5. Where did I go wrong?
Get off your high horse! I don't remember you being my dad! You're just some poverty-stricken loser who never gave me any money!
You have no idea, huh? You still think your college expenses came from some magical never-ending insurance fund, don't you? Well, I've got news for you, boyo.
What? It's the truth, isn't it? That's how I went to college!
You'd have known this if you had any interest in your family. But even while Mom and Dad were still alive, our family never had much money.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but Mom and Dad were employees at Uncle Jim's company. They'd been there close to a decade at the time of the accident. But Uncle Jim, being the stand-up guy he is, used Dad's quiet, conflict-averse personality as an excuse to drop his salary as low as he possibly could. No one could never dare question it. The name on Dad's insurance policy wasn't mine or yours, but Uncle Jim's. What little savings Mom and Dad did have were blown on a huge, unnecessarily extravagant funeral by Uncle Jim. So he could point and say, "Look what I did," while bragging to everyone about what a great send-off had given them. That flashy funeral wasn't just paid for by Mom and Dad's savings either. He also borrowed from some of his friends and refused to pay them back afterwards, leaving them penniless. What the hell? Uncle Jim did all that stuff? If I was older and knew more about the world back then, I would have done whatever I could to stop him. But I was a middle school kid who just lost his parents in a horrific accident. I could barely even process what was going on, so I was in no position to do anything about him. He took everything. Insurance money, Mom and Dad's savings, and even stole from his friends.
Uncle Jim did that?
That's not even the last of it. After that, I caught wind of his plan to take custody of me and you so he could exploit us as free labor at his company one day when we were old enough to start working. Knowing what he was like, I was sure that was his aim. And I was willing to stop at nothing to prevent him getting his way. He'd taken everything by this point. There's no way I was going to let him turn us into slaves. But then you grew up, went out into the world. Developed ideas and desires of your own, and, well, you did what you did. I was never going to be able to control you forever, and that's where we are now.
How could this be? No. No. This can't be happening.
This isn't the first time you've done something like this. The signs have always been there.
Huh?
You should have known back then when you looked down on me and wouldn't listen to a word I said, even back then. And you know what? There was a part of me that had my suspicions. But I didn't accept my own little brother thought so little of me. I mean, who would? Wish I'd noticed sooner. But I deluded myself with a comforting lie.
Ross!
But you're an adult now. It's time for you to decide on your own what kind of life you want to live. For you to make your own mistakes and to suffer the consequences of them too.
What? On my own?
I won't be there to get you out of trouble anymore, Eric.
Ross! No! Please! Ross! I got fired! Or rather, they're letting me jump on my own before they push me! I just found out that my company and Sandra's dad's company are just about to enter business negotiations to become long-term trading partners! My boss said it would be bad for the company to have someone like me around at such an important time! He basically said if I didn't resign, they'd fire me! I had no choice! I thought you'd come and help me, so I gave all the higher-ups a good verbal dressing down! I really gave him one form, then slammed my resignation papers down on the desk. But, Ross, where did you go? When I asked Mavis, the next door neighbor, she said she saw you packing your things into a moving van over a week ago. She said you also resigned from the factory in town a few months ago. Like, what the hell? Is it true? You never told me that! Ross, please, I'm begging you! Where did you go? Please respond! Help me! My situation is desperate! I'll do anything! Ross!
After everything that had happened, I decided it would be best for me and my little brother Eric to live apart and lead separate lives. By the way, while all of this had been going on, Ginny invited me to work at the company she and her friends from college had launched together. And with that, I switched jobs and became the head of their Seattle branch, where I played a major supporting role for Ginny. I'm super grateful for her, and honestly, she couldn't have invited me at a better time. I get reports on my brother from my old friends who still live in town from time to time. Apparently, things aren't going so well for him anymore. Last I heard, he was left with no choice but to move in with his Uncle Jim, whose true nature he was now fully aware of, and his wife in their cramped one-bedroom apartment. But Uncle Jim, being Uncle Jim, he was up to his ears in debt after his company finally went bankrupt of years of teetering on the edge. As anyone could have predicted, my little brother Eric was forced to clean up the mess by taking on the debt repayments. How does he come up with the money, you ask? By working 4 jobs, wow! Not only that, but he also owes Sandra a hefty sum in compensation for the attempted inheritance fraud they tried to pull. So he's engaged in the struggle of his life with no light at the end of the tunnel. Do I feel sorry for him? Not one bit. Actions have consequences. And it's time for him to face them like a man. This is the life he chose. As for me, my efforts to forge out a new life for myself are well underway. And I plan to apply forethought and moderation in all things. I'll never be an Eric. And you shouldn't either.
Priscilla! So hey, I think I just saw you. You were at the supermarket buying ungodly amounts of food and drink, right? How come you bought so much? I'm sure there's no way you can get through that much stuff alone. So I think you should be a sweetie and donate some to your favorite friend, me!
Hey, Casey. All the food and drink is for tonight.
What? That much for a single evening?
My parents, in-laws, and respective brothers and sisters, as well as their parents, plus everyone's kids will be coming.
Wow, really? Are you having some kind of house party?
I don't think it'll be extravagant enough to be called a party. But a bunch of my relatives are celebrating special occasions. So we thought it'd be a good idea to get everyone together at my place and hold a get-together with some food and drink. We decided to hold the get-together at our house, because out of all of my relatives, it's the most convenient in terms of location and public transport.
I see! That's really cool.
Which is why every last piece of food and drink I bought earlier is basically guaranteed to be gone by tomorrow morning. Which means I don't really have anything going to spare to give you. I'm sorry.
Well, in that case, me and my sons will come along too. I'm sure that won't be a problem, right?
What?
It sounds like you'll already have a small army attending. You probably won't even notice having an extra 3 of us there. And yes, my husband's working overtime, so he won't be able to come. But I'll make sure I bring some Tupperwares to take home any leftovers. Great, it's settled then. I'll be there after 6 this evening.
I'm really sorry, but would you please not come?
What? Why?
I told you, didn't I? It's a celebration for my relatives.
Don't be such a spoil sport. Let me celebrate too.
I'm sorry, but this is a get-together for me and my family. So I'd really appreciate if you didn't come.
Don't be like that. I'm a fellow mom. Mom friends are actually like family when you think about it.
No, I don't think that's true at all.
You're horrible!
Besides, you don't know any of my relatives, do you? You'd probably feel weird and out of place.
I think this could be a great opportunity for us to get to know each other.
That's really not the point of the gathering, though.
Ugh, you're so damn stubborn, Priscilla.
Anyway, please don't come. I have so many preparations to make, you wouldn't believe it. So, I won't be able to reply again today. Bye, Casey.
Ugh, wait!
Casey! What the hell do you think you're playing at? Give back the food you took at once!
Huh? What do you mean?
You took all of my food, pots and all. Why would you do this?
Nope, I still don't know what you mean.
You crept in through the kitchen door and stole all of the food that was supposed to be for tonight's celebration, didn't you?
Huh? Why are you threatening me like a criminal all of a sudden? How awful, I think I might cry.
Don't play dumb with me, I know. You set up a distraction by putting a sound system blaring out gospel music so loud it could have burst through my eardrums by the front door. Then when I went to see what the hell was going on, you took your chance and crept into the kitchen amidst the chaos. After I turned the music off and got back into the kitchen, everything was gone, including the 2 stew pots I had simmering away at the gas. When I checked the fridge, even the cake I had stored in there was gone.
You can say what you like, but you don't have any evidence I did that? To think you immediately suspect one of your closest mom friends. You're so mean, Priscilla. I'm telling the other moms about this. You'll be finished. No more moms meetings invite for you. I'll tell them what a horrible person you are. Suddenly accusing one of your friends of theft and treating them like a criminal without any proof.
Proof? I have proof.
Huh?
There's a CCTV camera in the car park behind our house. Our kitchen door is clearly visible in the frame.
Oh, no way.
By the way, one of my relatives is responsible for managing that car park, which means I was able to get access to the footage basically straight away after giving them a call.
Wait a sec.
When I checked it, there you were carrying away my pots and the cake from the fridge out of my kitchen door, as if they were your very own. Then I saw you putting them in the back seat of your own car.
That wasn't me. It was probably just someone who looked like me. Plus, CCTV footage is notoriously bad quality. There's no way you can make out someone's face with grainy footage like that.
They just had a bunch of new state-of-the-art cameras with excellent resolution installed. Guess what that means? We also saw your number plate.
My car got stolen.
That's interesting because my husband just saw it parked up neatly in your drive when he got back from work. The same car we see parked up there every day was in the usual spot. Not a thing out of the ordinary.
Well, that's because I rented out the same model after my old one got stolen.
Why does it have the same number plate then?
Well,
It doesn't look good, does it, Casey? Look, I'm willing to forget this ever happened if you bring back the food and cake you stole immediately. So what's it gonna be?
It's gone.
Huh?
I don't have it anymore.
What? How could you not have it anymore? It wasn't even that long ago.
I told you, the stew pots, the cake, they're all gone.
What? Wait a second. There was enough for well over 10 people between both of the stew pots. The cake wasn't exactly small either. Do you seriously expect me to believe you eaten what would have taken over 10 people an entire evening to get through in such a short space of time?
It's all over the back of my car.
Huh?
Well, I was driving home with all the food you gave me in the back of my car. A cat jumped out of nowhere into the middle of the road. When I panicked and slammed on the brakes, the food went all over the place. All of it. The pots flew off the seat and the stew went everywhere. The cake went flying too. Now the back of my car is a sloppy, mushy mess. I have no idea how I'm gonna get all of these stains out.
Oh my god.
This whole thing is all your fault! If you didn't make the food, this never would have happened.
What?
If you didn't go bragging to me about Little Miss Important in the first place about how you had all these relatives coming over, or how you were gonna make all this delicious food, or about how you were gonna have such an amazing night, like you were oh so trendy and popular, it never would have happened.
What the hell? Bragging? You were the one who messaged me! We wouldn't have even spoken otherwise!
You made me feel jealous, so I politely asked if I could come along with my boys, who would have been all over the moon, but you refused. There is nothing I could do about it if you didn't want me there, so I accepted. But I didn't see any harm in taking just a little. But for myself, since you probably wouldn't eat it all anyway. And now, because of you, my car's a sloppy, stinking mess.
Why am I being blamed for this? Are you completely detached from reality?
Because you're the one who ruined my car by making all that food. I wish you never cooked anything at all. Ugh, it's all your fault. You will be covering all the cleaning costs. My car will be spotless. I will also be demanding compensation for the mental anguish you've caused me. Don't think you're getting away with what you've done.
You've gone so far off the deep end. I don't even know how to reply anymore. By the way,
What?
my father-in-law's birthday was one of the occasions we were supposed to be celebrating today.
Huh? Your father-in-law's birthday?
Have you not figured out what I'm getting at yet? Well, you know how my father-in-law is your husband's boss? You remember that, right?
For real?
For real. Don't tell me you didn't know.
No, wait. You have to be kidding me. Is your father-in-law seriously my husband's boss?
If you don't believe me, how about you try asking your husband? My husband just phoned me from work. He said he got an urgent call from his dad in the middle of a business meeting.
Oh my god.
On top of whatever fate awaits your husband, apparently the police are already on their way.
The police? You called the police over some stew and cake? You're blowing this way out of proportion.
I really don't think I am. What you did was theft, plain and simple. Theft is a crime, and guess who deals with crimes? That's right, the police.
Please, stop it! I'm so sorry, I'll do anything. Just make it stop. My husband will divorce me.
Why would you care about your husband finding out? Oh, wait. Could it be that you're actually aware that what you did was wrong? Something tells me that things are about to get very difficult for you, Casey. But I kindly ask that you never come anywhere near me, my family, or my cooking ever again.